Wyatt don't really love you.
No, you just made him feel sorry for you.
This is Wyatt's affair, and mine.
He's too much of a gentleman to tell you the truth. But we aim to save Wyatt from making a fool of himself. Grab her, Pat.
He's going to marry me.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that if we get you out of town.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Numerous young women set their caps for Wyatt Earp, the Marshal of Dodge City. But Wyatt, true to the memory of a youthful wife who died, was usually on guard against designing females. Then along came Miss Jenny Brandt, and on the Kansas frontier, men like Wyatt Earp believed in a code of chivalry which rendered them vulnerable.
We'll camp here. Rustle some wood and water. I want to talk to Jenny Brandt.
Jenny Brandt! Brother Dolph wants to talk to you.
There's no need to shout.
Oh, just the same, get down.
And here's Dodge City, about 5 miles. The gold shipments are transferred from the eastbound stages and freight wagons to the Santa Fe Railroad at Dodge. Jenny.
Yes, sir.
The marshal at Dodge is a bachelor and right good looking. Name of Earp.
No, you send somebody else.
I'm giving you the easiest part of this whole deal.
You gave my aunt and uncle an easy part back in Missouri. And where are they now?
On the run somewhere. They'll turn up.
If the Pinkertons don't catch them.
Oh.
I don't like any part of this. A gang of robbers posing as true light missionaries. And you trying to use me as a hoodlum.
No, Jenny, I only ask you to flirt with the Cowtown Marshal till you get a tip-off on the gold. If you're too holy for this job, I don't want you in the outfit. Go get your things and get out of camp.
But I paid you. Didn't you promise Uncle Late that you'd see me through to California?
We need money. I'm bossing this outfit, and I can't let you get away with defying me. So you leave camp.
Way out here in the middle of Kansas?
It's your own choosing.
I suppose so. All right, I'll do what you say.
That's my girl. Oh, Jenny, if you'd only see eye to eye with me on...
No. I'm to make eyes at the marshal. Isn't that the deal?
Yes, that's the deal.
Hi, Wyatt. Oh, howdy, Hal.
So you check on the wagon trains?
Yeah, and there's one I wanted to ask you about.
Well, the Army issued orders they want all the settlers stopped from heading west.
These folks aren't settlers, Wyatt. They're missionaries.
The Cheyenne and the Apache aren't going to make allowances for that, Hal. You better ride out there and tell them to stay in camp.
They tell me on the trail these folks are known as new lighters.
No, not new lighters. They're called true lighters. I'll ride out there.
Hey, where are they? About 3 or 4 miles east.
Right.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Our visit to this community is one that I have planned for a long, long time. And you, as brothers and
Brother
sisters...
Dolph, we have a visitor.
Peace, brother.
Howdy. I'm Marshal Wyatt Earp from Dodge City.
Bless you, brother. I'm Brother Dolph. This is Brother William, Brother Jonas, Brother Ralph, Brother Arthur, Sister Lucy.
How do you do?
What can we do for you, Mr. Earp?
Well, sir, I've had a request from the Army to hold all outfits westbound. Indians have been raiding the Utah and California passage.
Will we be delayed long?
Well, I have no idea, sir.
Well, we'll have to vote on the matter. Our word calls for...
Let me go. Let me go.
What's all that about?
An erring sister, Marshal. She's to be whipped and expelled from camp.
She has to be whipped?
Yes.
Hold it.
Now, Brother Earp, you mustn't interfere.
Look, you can expel a girl, but you're not going to whip her.
Brother Dolph, I'll do penance, but you can't expel me. Not out here in this wilderness.
Silence. The true light is turned from you. Let her go.
Let go. Now, you come in town with me. You hit your horse, that buggy.
No, she can walk.
Whipping is an assault and battery charge in this state. You all want to go to jail?
Please, Marshal. Never mind the buggy. I can walk.
No.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Our word does not allow us to quarrel with the law. Hitch the buggy.
Thank you. I'll send your buggy back later. What's your name?
I'm Jenny Brandt.
How'd you get mixed up with those people?
My aunt and uncle were true lighters in Missouri.
Oh. They dead?
All the folks I had.
Well, then Brother Doff and those others were supposed to take care of you, huh? How old are you?
22.
Oh, I thought you might not be of age and the true lighters would have a guardianship. Well, maybe they'll forgive you and take you back.
I despise them. I'll never go back.
Then I'll find you a place to stay in town and try and find you a good job.
Why should you bother?
Well, that's part of my job. You know, you have a wonderful face. You're just about the prettiest stranded traveler we've had in these parts in a long time. Of course, that Mother Hubbard and that bonnet don't help any.
I could take the bonnet off. There. How would you like it fixed?
Oh, kind of rolled up at the back of your head there. Wait a minute, it's none of my business how you fix it.
Yes, it is. I belong to you, don't I? Is this what you mean?
Yes, and that'll look fine. That remark that you made about belonging to me, that's right strange. It's a true lighter's joke, huh?
No, Mr. Earp. If you'd picked up a stray calf back there, it'd belong to you, wouldn't it?
Not if it was branded.
I don't recollect any brand on me.
Yeah. It's a nice, sunny day, Miss Jenny, and yonder over there, that's Dodge City. Giddy up, boy. Oh. Now, we'll go in here and see Mayor Kelly. I'm sure he can find you a decent job.
Anything you say.
Howdy, Marshal. Remember me?
Well, howdy, Sheriff. Miss Brandt, may I present Sheriff Masterson.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Oh, I think I'm going to like it here.
I hope so.
We'll see you later, Mr. Masterson.
The Dodge Hotel's looking for a bookkeeper. Hold on. Here's a note from Miss Francie Morgan. She wants a seamstress for her millinery shop.
Can you sew?
Yes, pretty well.
Oh, you'll like Miss Francie. A fine lady.
I think it'd be a good idea.
All right. But you come with me. Oh, thank you, Mayor. You've been so kind.
It is my pleasure, young lady.
I like your friends.
Well, thank you, Miss Jenny. I kind of like them, too.
Oh, hello, Bat. Anything new?
Yeah. Who's that new girl Wyatt's toting around?
Oh, you mean Miss Jenny Brandt?
Yeah.
Why, she's...
She's who?
Well, she's... What?
Well, who is she?
Well, she belonged to something called the True Lighters. Bad cess to 'em. They were gonna flog her with a bullwhip.
Oh, and Wyatt came to the rescue, huh?
And you should have marked the way she looked at Wyatt. Love, my boy, love.
Oh, so that's the deal, huh?
And why not? Wyatt should be taking himself a wife.
Marry her? What does he know about her?
Well, do you know anything against Miss Jenny?
Not yet. But you know Wyatt when it comes to women. They're all angels. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that girl, but what if there was?
Well, you'd have to prove it to me in black and white.
All right. Well, listen here now, you just quit your mooning. You're mayor of Dodge City, not Dublin, Ireland.
Now, see here, Bat.
Aaron Gobra.
This is our very latest spring model, Mr. Earp. Isn't it beautiful? Well, I'm sure she's ready by now. I'll just see. Need any help, dear?
Oh, thanks. I can manage.
Oh, it's beautiful, just beautiful. My dear, she is beautiful, and I do need her so.
I certainly hope she'll fill the job.
Oh, I'm sure of it. And I'll speak to Mrs. Albert about a room in our rooming house.
That's very kind of you.
Oh, that poor child, what she must have gone through with those dreadful people.
Well, here I am.
Dear, it is so becoming.
What do you think, Mr. Earp?
Well, you just can't beat Miss Franzi for pretty hats and pretty dresses.
Oh. Now, do you see why we love Mr. Earp?
Yes, I do. Miss Morgan is way behind in the shop, so I'll start work. Will you take me to dinner?
Jenny.
Oh, well, you see, Miss Franzi, it's part of the agreement. I'm her, I'm her business advisor.
Oh.
I'll see you at 7 o'clock.
7.
Well, busy hands make busy people.
Thanks for a lovely evening, Marshal.
It was my pleasure.
You know, I think I'm falling in love with you.
You what?
In fact, I'm already in love with you.
Miss Jenny, didn't your folks ever tell you that a girl usually thinks she's in love with a half a dozen men before the real thing happens?
Yes, and I was also taught not to act like a bold hussy. But this is real.
Miss Jenny, you're very lovely. But I'm a public officer, and this is a public street.
That means you're not in love with me.
I came along and tried to help you out of a bad situation. I get paid for looking after travelers. Now, Miss Franzi's probably peeking out of that window right now. You better skedaddle inside.
Yes, sir.
This is a gossipy town. A girl can't afford to get herself talked about. Good night, Miss Jenny.
Good night, Marshal.
Morning.
You get out of here. Miss Morgan will be back from the bank any minute.
I sent you after something.
There hasn't been time.
We was watching you last night.
I see.
Maybe you figured to run out on us and join up with Mr. Earp.
Maybe.
Well, it won't work. I'd have to tell him all about you.
Oh, Dolph, please.
You get that information. Get it today.
If I do, will you promise not
I
to...
promise nothing. You come back to camp with that gold shipment time. You'll be an outlaw, same as the rest of us. Then we'll see if the great Marshal Earp can...
Wait. I'll send you the gold layout, but I'm not coming back to camp. Not ever.
Why, you...
Hold it. You're short in this town, Brother Dolph. Now, you get out of Dodge and stay out.
Who you getting so tough with?
Dolph, Wyatt, please, stop it. Dolph was just trying to get me to go back to camp.
Stay out of this, Jenny. Now, you keep away from her, you understand?
Peace, brother. If Jenny set herself against the word, I can't stop her. We had to give her a chance to repent.
Well, you just keep away from her.
Oh, my goodness, what happened? What's the matter?
Oh, just a slight misunderstanding, Miss Franzi.
You'll have to talk to Wyatt.
Be better if you did.
The whole town's talking. If a man gets a girl talked about, by golly, he's compromised her. And to protect that girl's honor, it means only one thing. Marriage.
Oh, that's true.
And the only question is, do you love her enough to marry her or don't you?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, then you're really not in love with her.
Not sure.
The only decent thing to do is persuade Miss Jenny to leave Dodge. Out here, you know, folks don't tolerate a man trifling with a decent girl's affections. You know that.
Oh, yes, sir, Sheriff. Say, do you think it might be all right if I lend Miss Jenny enough money to get back to Missouri?
No. Well, Mary Kelly and I'll handle that.
Oh. Well, you know, Mr. Masterson, there's just one little thing wrong with all of this.
Wrong?
You see, you're assuming Miss Jenny's in love with me and wants to marry me.
Well, what girl wouldn't?
Oh, thousands and thousands, Sheriff. I'm just not the lady killer that you are.
Ah.
But I will have a nice long talk with Miss Jenny. But you and Mayor Kelly stay out of it, you understand? You know, I kind of wish Miss Jenny really wanted to marry me.
What?
So, by the way, how's everything with you?
Oh.
Hi. Can I join the picnic?
Oh, of course. I haven't much left, though. One hard-boiled egg and a pickle.
I guess I ought to be over there helping the boys unload the gold.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a Wells Fargo shipment from California.
Are you hungry? We can go back to the boarding house and I'll fix you a real lunch.
Oh, no, thanks. I've had lunch. Jenny,
This is wrong, you know. A lot of people saw you and Dolph and me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Miss Morgan says I'm to stop tagging after you. She's right. You just forget about last night. I acted silly.
Were you acting?
No, I wasn't acting. I meant it. You've been kind to me. That's never happened before. I am in love with you, and I always will be, a little. But I promise to stop tagging after you. I'll nod when we meet and say, "Hello, Marshal Earp," and you say, "Howdy, Miss Brandt." That'll fix everything, huh?
You're still in some kind of trouble. It has something to do with Brother Dolph and those people out there at the camp, hasn't it?
Thanks, Marshal, but you run along and help with the gold. Train won't wait.
We don't ship until 7:40 tomorrow morning. Dolph has some hold over you. Now, what is it?
If I thought you loved me, I'm sorry. It's Marshal Earp and Miss Brandt.
I still think you ought to tell me the whole truth.
A girl would be stupid to do that until after the wedding. Some girls don't tell even then. But I would. After the wedding.
Is that a proposal? You are a strange little character. I thank you for the compliment. So long, Jenny.
That was some meeting. That was the night the sheriff came in right in the middle of the meeting.
Note from Jenny, boss.
Yeah. Gold shipment will be loaded on 7:40 express tomorrow morning. I think I can fix it so Wyatt's friends will hustle me out of Dodge. He'll probably go after us, leaving only his deputies, Jenny.
I told you she'd come around to her senses.
About time. Well, We'll wear cowhand clothes and masks. If Jenny can send Earp on a wild goose chase, this ought to be a real easy job.
And that's the way the thing stands.
Mr. Kelly, I thought you and Sheriff Masterson should be the first to know. Wyatt has asked me to marry him.
Oh, no.
Well, don't you go mushy-headed on me. You pressured Wyatt into this.
Why don't you ask Wyatt what happened?
Well, no use asking him. Well, congratulations, Miss whoever you are.
Oh, I have a past.
Yeah.
But I told Wyatt the whole story, and he said it didn't matter.
But, Miss...
Good day, gentlemen.
Well...
Oh, the poor darling. With the past. With the past? What can we do?
Well, she's leaving Dodge with us.
You mean kidnapping? Abduction?
No, use your head. Well, I'm sheriff of Ford County. We're only arresting her as a witness in a case of Topeka.
Good. But when?
Tomorrow morning. Early. Wyatt does night patrol and sleeps late.
They've arrested Jenny and taken her away.
Well, just sit down, Miss Fonzie, and relax. Now tell me, who arrested her?
That and Jim Kelly.
Oh, look, don't worry about it. We'll get her back. Now, Hal, take one of the boys and go after him. Did Mr. Masterson say where they were headed?
Topeka. She's a witness. Oh, the poor child.
Topeka Trail, go on.
Oh, what about
Never mind about that. The boys and I will take care of it.
All right.
Oh, imagine arresting a nice girl like Jenny.
Just relax, man. Just relax. We'll get her back. Now, here, have some coffee.
Oh, no, I couldn't take a thing. Thank you.
Get away from that cart! You heard you, man! Hold it! He's mine!
Sheriff Masterson, you were legally correct to arrest a witness, but I think it was a fool's stunt.
Well, the girl was in cahoots with the phony True Lighters.
No, she wasn't. She was working for me all the time. Now, Miss Jenny, there's a $500 reward for anyone helping to protect a Wells Fargo shipment.
No. I won't take it. Arrest me.
All right, well, just be patient. Now, Mr. Masterson, if you knew anything about genuine True Lighters, you would have spotted Brother Doff. You see, a real True Lighter doesn't believe in violence. Now, Miss Jenny, you come with me.
Charlie?
Thank you.
Why are you turning me loose with $500?
Well, you'll kind of need the money to get a fresh start back in Missouri. Miss Jeannie, there's something I want you to believe. I'll always think of you a little.
Why?
Well, because you tried so hard to fall in love with me, and because it was really you who took me off to the holdup.
How?
You kind of got desperate and asked me to marry you. And, you see, the True Lighters, they don't believe in marriage.
What?
Goodbye, man.
He cleaned cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Ever since Bat Masterson's election as sheriff of Ford County, Wyatt had known he must appoint a chief deputy to replace Masterson. Bat had proved himself with guns and fists. In Wyatt's absence, the hoodlums of Dodge City respected Masterson. Any other man named chief deputy would have it tough.
Here you leaving town, Wyatt?
Yeah, that's right. Sheriff Masterson sent word he's got some bank robbers holed up in Bushwhacker. Hal, you'll be acting chief deputy.
Yes, sir.
Hank, Ted, and Lou, you'll be taking orders from Hal until I get back.
Wyatt, why can't Hal or one of us go help Masterson?
Well, because I know Bushwhacker and you don't. Hal, if you want to ask any questions, ask him while I'm loading.
Right, sir.
The boys are right, Wyatt. This is no time to leave town.
I didn't pick the time, Hal. But I did pick you as acting chief deputy. Now, you know the routine and how I want it run. And I trust you. Now, you trust yourself.
Yes, sir.
I'll be back late this evening sometime. You explain it to Mayor Kelly. I didn't have time.
Right. Congratulations, Chief.
Yeah, you deserved it.
Thanks, fellas. The appointment's only temporary. Now, what else you got in your mind?
Well, Ted's been griping that his patrol is rougher than mine, so I thought I'd swap him. If it's all right with you.
No. Each of you knows the rough spots in your own patrol.
Ah, Hal.
No. Get moving.
Hal.
Yeah, Louis.
Today might be a rough one. Aren't you going to swear in a couple extra deputies? With Wyatt out of town, it'll take at least 2 guns to make up for him.
Huh?
I said it'll take at least 2 guns to make up for him.
And you'd always want to do things your way. You admit you're short-handed. Why don't you let me swear in some special deputies?
Mr. Mayor, special deputies are all right in a posse, but they're no good here. They just make extra business for the undertaker.
Indeed, now.
Indeed now. Now, Cowhands have no respect for special deputies. They doubt that they're going to risk their lives just for a couple of days of extra work. Come on, Hal, we'll go get the drunks.
Now, Wyatt, speaking of undertakers...
In the hoodlum South, the line respect us, sure. But they ain't scared of us like they're scared of Wyatt. If I was you, I'd swear in 4 extra men.
No.
Huh?
No, Wyatt doesn't approve of special deputies in town. Neither do I. Check the saloons.
Just as you say, Chief.
Louis thinks Wyatt should have made him chief deputy. In a tight spot, will he let me down?
What is this now, Hal? Wyatt's riding out of town. When'll he be back?
Tonight, Mr. Mayor, he went to help Sheriff Masterson.
And he left you in charge?
Yes, sir.
Oh, word sure gets around fast. The Snaky W outfit just hit town, and they're all wearing guns.
Where are they?
The Alhambra Saloon. I'll swear in some special deputies.
No, sir.
What?
Snaky W's not so tough. I'll make them check their guns.
Oh, now, Hal. Maybe I hurt your feelings. You're better than average with a gun, but you ain't Wyatt Earp.
I know that, Mr. Mayor, but the Snaky W's ain't Wyatt Earp either. Excuse me.
The average cowhand is mostly bluff and bluster, Hal. He has to be awful drunk to shoot at a deputy. He knows I'll be after him. But when you do move on a gun-toter, move steady and in a straight line.
See Wyatt Earp's not telling. Where's that big marshal at? Take that gun. Let's get her.
Well, if it ain't one of Earp's little boys.
Oh. Hey. That deputy.
All of you wearing guns, check them.
All right, come on,
Check them, I said. Niven. Check this.
Mike, put this behind the bar. What's the idea, Hal? You ain't Wyatt Earp.
It's lucky for you Wyatt isn't here.
I warned you once, Nevin. If they don't check your guns, you send word to me pronto, you understand?
Yes, Marshal.
I'm closing you for a couple of days.
You keep on acting like Earp, and
Wyatt would close you for this. I'm giving you a break. Next time you sell drinks to men wearing guns, you will be closed. Any back talk out of you, I'll slap you silly.
Why, the kid shot him.
I'll take that gun. What happened?
Well, I asked him for a job. He cussed me, so I cussed him back. He started to draw, so I shot him.
Mr. McKay never even reached toward his gun.
Quiet! Either one of you see what happened?
No, sir.
Look, I'm telling the truth, officer.
Are you lying?
Come on, give me back my gun. This is a necktie party.
No.
You bet it's a necktie party.
Hold it, hold it! Start this boy off to jail. Now, there'll be no necktie party.
But Mr. Norton...
Don't crowd me. Pick him up. That was close. But Ted and Hank backed me up. I know why to think I'm doing right.
Now, I don't care how much money these cattlemen bring into Dodge City, Mr. Kelly. I'm running the marshal's office until I'm fired.
Well, I don't think you should...
Marshal Earp is right, gentlemen. Now, you can always lynch a man, but if he's innocent, you can't bring him back to life.
Now, I told you I'm investigating the case. Any of you want to doubt my word, we'll step outside.
No, Wyatt. Now, gentlemen, I promise you a fair and square investigation. Now, just come along, and we'll let Marshal Earp handle this. That's right.
You should have taken a poke at him.
Mr. Kelly's a friend of mine. He's got his problems, too.
He'll try and get your job.
Al, there are two things that a peace officer has to be ready to toss on the table. One's his job and the other's his life. We're still breathing.
Hey, Hal. The man that was shot was Todd McKay, the Snaky W foreman.
Yeah?
Dave Williams just got in town.
So?
Don't you remember? He owns the Snaky W spread. He's a big man. He'll tree this town.
What are we supposed to do, stand still?
Oh, quit talking like Wyatt, will you?
No. I'm even trying to think like Wyatt.
There they are. About 500 yards.
Yeah. Well, you sure know this bushwhacker country. I never would have found them.
About 7 of them. We're gonna have to spook them. Tie your horse off.
Drop that gun. Drop him. Go on, get in. Go on. Drop it. Go bring him over here. Go on. Lay him against that rock. Put a tourniquet on that arm. You start patching him up.
Well, get over here. Well, I guess there won't be any train robbing for a while.
Thanks. Yeah. So, your name is Denny Kirk. You're a saddle tramp from Arizona. You came here to see a girl by the name of Pauline over at the Stagecoach Cafe. You'd never seen Mr. McKay till you hit him for a job.
Well, I lied about that.
No?
I had a row with him.
How's that?
Well, he got fresh with Pauline. I left my gun belt on my horse at the livery stable. When he cussed me, I said I wasn't big enough to fight him with my fist, but I'd gun him if he didn't quit bothering Pauline. Well, he just laughed at me.
So you laid for him and gunned him?
No, sir, you got to believe this, Mr. Norton. I run into Mr. McKay by accident.
Wearing a gun?
Well, I had to wear it. I made my brag about gunning him. Pauline made me promise to get out of town. I know it was wrong to go armed, but Mr. McKay had a gun, too.
Where's Pauline now?
She's probably sore at me for breaking my word. Where's this Marshal Earp that Pauline makes such a big hero of?
He's out of town.
My luck. Doesn't look like such a strong jail.
No jail's any stronger than the officers in it. Lock him up.
What are we booking him on?
I don't know yet.
Say it's murder, they'll bust me out of here and hang me.
Easy now.
Wyatt. That's always Wyatt.
Give me that.
He wasn't wearing a gun.
Look at his right side pocket.
Did he reach for this?
No, but he was going to.
All right, two spots, you be at the inquest.
Yes, Marshal.
Get some of your men to take care of the bodies.
Wyatt, you mean that's enough to get Two-Spot off just because the other man was carrying a gun?
Well, Two-Spot was afraid, Hal. Now, all he's got to do is swear that he knew Mr. Averill was carrying a weapon. See, the law has got to recognize that a man who's in fear of his life can't be expected to act with steady nerve in a situation. A lot of peace officers don't understand that. We have to wait until a hoodlum actually starts his draw.
That can be a long wait sometimes.
Yeah, it sure can. You never take any chances with a man that's scared. You pity him, but you buffalo him real quick.
Marshal Earp! Marshal Earp! Oh, you. Where's Marshal Earp?
He's out of town on a case. You must be Miss Pauline from the cafe.
Yes, I am. When'll he be back?
Tonight, I hope.
Oh, that's not soon enough. Oh, there's mean talk downtown. You got Denny in there?
Yep.
Well, you've got to let him out, Mr. Norton. I brought his horse. He can run for it.
I can't do that.
Why can't you let him out? It was self-defense. I can testify.
You see the shooting?
I didn't have to see it. Denny was scared of that man. And so was I. He was really hounding me. He deserved killing. Marshal Earp would turn him loose. I know he would.
Not right now.
You're nothing but a deputy. This would have to happen with Marshal Earp out of town. I can pay you, Mr. Norton. I'll give you all the money I've saved.
You trying to bribe me?
Yes. They'll lynch Denny. Can't you understand that?
Take it easy, Miss Pauline.
Easy. I'm in love with him. What is your price for turning him loose?
No price. You tell me all you know about the shooting.
You mean from the start?
You're very, very sweet, Miss Snow.
Oh, no.
Yes, you are, and you're smart, too. Now, look, I want you to do me a favor, will you?
All right.
I want you to tell your brother to come into Dodge City. Now, look, if I have to ride out there, he might get hurt. And, well, or I might get hurt. Now, you wouldn't want that, would you? No. That's my girl. You want me to trust you, don't you?
Yes. I'll go right away. You wait here.
I'll wait right here.
That's police work?
I try to be patient with women, Hal. They get a dirty deal in this world. You know, I've seldom met a woman in trouble that wasn't put there by some man.
Well, yes.
Love? No, she's just lonesome. And she really hasn't got anybody to turn to. She doesn't want her brother hurt, and I don't want to have to ride out there and shoot him. Now, you put your trust in women. They'll help you in cases where 12 men would be no help at all.
And I don't know if Denny drew on him or not. But if Denny says that's what happened, that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, I believe you. Jury might not. Now, Denny said that some men that live around town saw that fight.
Then why don't you make him tell the truth?
No, I can't search the whole town. That's your job.
How? Where could I start?
Go back to the cafe, ask a lot of questions, listen to the talk.
Oh, but what if a mob should come?
No. There are 3 deputies here and myself. They're not going to take Denny. If we can't fight him off, I'll turn him loose. I promise you that.
I think I believe you. I'll do it, Mr. Norton.
Thank you.
Is she tied up with that young scamp?
She's in love with him.
Well, Judge Tobin will be in on the 4 o'clock train.
What's that mean, Mr. Mayor?
Means quick trial for Danny Kirk. Oh, no, the jury isn't going to hang him. Main thing's to agree on a prison sentence and hustle that kid out of town.
No, sir.
Huh?
I think Denny shot out of self-defense.
Oh, indeed, now. Well, have you got any witnesses to prove it?
I'm working on that right now, Mr. Mayor. You know Wyatt, he'd raise particular net of a thing like this.
Wyatt? But you're acting marshal.
I know. I'm trying to handle this the way I think he'd want me to.
Wyatt isn't here. I don't mean to cast any reflections on you, but Earp and Masterson can throw real fear into those cattlemen. They aren't afraid of us. If we get tough with Dave Williams, he'll lynch that kid.
I know. Dave Williams isn't afraid of me. Well, the point of it is, Mr. Mayor, I'm not afraid of Dave Williams.
Something troubling you, Mr. Kelly?
Where's Ted and Hank?
Well, they went back on patrol.
Norton's not handling this thing with common sense. Well, I got authority to fire him, you know. Now, suppose I was to make you acting marshal. You and the other boys do like I say?
Can't answer that till I talk to Ted and Hank, Mr. Mayor.
Well, go talk to them and be quick about it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Norton.
One thing you should always keep in mind about Texas men, Hal. They're still fighting the Civil War in Kansas.
Eleven minutes to 4, I make it.
You're almost 5 minutes slow. But that's natural. Did Jim Kelly tell you about trying that young punk?
Yes, he did.
You collecting a jury? The judge is due at 4.
What's the big rush, Mr. Williams?
Talks just like Wyatt Earp, don't he? Patterns himself after that short-horn imitation.
You never call Wyatt names to his face.
Take 'em, boys.
Try it. One at a time.
Take her off
Mr. Norton! Mr. Norton, in the cafe, quick.
Later. I got some business here.
The next time you see us, it'll be in court.
Court? Oh, no, Denny did shoot in self-defense. You come with me, hurry.
So that's the play. Norton's going to try to get the kid off.
Just let him try.
They're the ones, Marshal, these two. They saw it. I heard them talking.
Well, Pauline must be loco, Hal. Nobody saw nothing.
On your feet. You too.
Well, what's it all about?
Material witnesses. Try and get me some more. Come on. How many times do I have to tell you there's nothing to be scared about? All you have to do is to testify to what you saw. That'll convince Williams that his man was asking for trouble. But what about that kid in there? You want to see him railroaded off to prison? Or taken out by a lynch mob?
Oh, you're wasting your breath, Hal. Now, if Wyatt Earp was here, it'd be something different. You said you'd protect us, sure. But Earp's the only man they're scared of. And besides, I don't...
Any luck?
No.
Well, we can't spare the time.
Party starting?
Yep.
Lock him up.
Come on, boys.
Starting early before Wyatt gets back.
We better be getting outside.
Why don't we pick them off from the doors and windows?
You can't hide from a mob, Louis. Gives them too much courage.
From the sound of that mob out there, they got all the courage whiskey can give them.
Yeah, well, drunk or sober, Hal, all mobs are alike. One gunslinger who's made up his mind to go all the way is a lot more dangerous than 50 men in a mob. At least it's been my experience. You can stay here if you want to, Louis.
Louis always acts that way before a fight. Just don't get too brave out there. Wait till the boss shells cut loose.
I've been following Wyatt for some time.
All right, you come or stay, but I don't want you arguing with Hal if you come with us. I want silent deputies with their thoughts on spraying buckshot where it's going to do the most good. All right, let's go.
Hal, the Snaky W's are on their way across the plaza.
We'll meet them on the outside.
The kid said you promised to give him a gun.
I changed my mind about that. Here's one for you.
There's only about 15 of them. But I sure wish Wyatt was here.
So do I. Why don't we use rifles and pick them off from cover?
We can't do that. If we did, every cowhand in town would be shooting at us. Now, I'll do all the talking. Louis, you take the left, Hank the right, and Ted the center. Don't shoot until you hear me cut loose with that first barrel. That's close enough.
Don't be a fool, Norton. Kelly lied about the judge.
Judge Tobin missed the train.
But we're on time. What happened to your other deputies? They missed the train, too? I said don't be a fool. Earp and Masterson may try to even things, but you'll be dead. Get out of our way.
We're coming in.
Go back, Hal. We'll blast them.
Don't shoot! Why, you? These men don't want to lynch an innocent kid. Better have Doc McCarty look at Mr. Williams. The rest of you beat it. Go on, move.
Danny. Oh, Danny.
Well, it's about time. I thought you'd never get here.
What's the matter? You been having a little trouble?
A little trouble? Why, Oh, no, sir. It was nothing I couldn't handle.
Well, that's what I expected, my chief deputy.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame and long live his
Aren't you satisfied? Your brother's in jail. Your gentleman friend is gunning for me.
Lance will kill you.
No, he won't. He's not that fast.
Then I'll do it. Right now.
If ever a woman deserved punishment, it's you. You put your own brother in jail. You egg Lance into gunning me. One of them might get hanged, the other might get killed, and you don't care.
You're scared of Lance?
No. I may have to shoot him. If I do, I want you to see it.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
A certain story once told of 3 gunfighters bullying a western town while the gallant sheriff had to fight them alone. How the old-timers of Wichita, Abilene, and Dodge City must have laughed at such a yarn. Frontier towns in the 70s were settled by many veterans of Union and Confederate battles, veterans who still knew how to fight. So in 1878, when a hoodlum outfit led by Dan Burden tried to rob a bank in Dodge City while Marshal Wyatt Earp and his deputies were away,
Well, had a little trouble in town.
Yeah, I see. You sent for the doc?
Yes, Marshal.
Go bring a wagon, huh? Good work, Mayor.
One back there, and this one here's dead. They never learn.
Any of your people get hurt?
I think he wounded Chris Allen, the cashier. A couple of the boys got nicked, but nothing bad.
Who are you?
Never mind that. You gonna let me bleed to death?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. Doc will plug you up. Oh, you were coming back from turning in some prisoners to the Army. We heard the shooting. These hoodlums must be amateurs.
They shot pretty wild. But Jesse James and Cole Younger wouldn't have tried what they did. First thing I learned in the Army was never to ride into a hostile town in broad daylight.
Mr. Allen got hit in the arm, but he claims 2 scalps with that sawed-off shotgun of his.
Well, the town put up a real good fight, and I'm proud of him. Oh, and Mayor Kelly is a cinch for re-election.
I'd be ashamed to mention this. We was firing from behind doors and windows, like shooting ducks on a pond.
Well, I wouldn't be too modest about it, Your Honor. Let's see if I can identify any of them.
Lance, what happened?
They got all shot up. Some of them have scattered north and west. Your brother...
Danny didn't pull it off?
A fool idea in the first place, Marie.
Was it?
I told you and I told Danny. A lot of men with guns in that town.
Danny must have bungled it. Earp and his deputies weren't even there. All he had to do was bluff out a bunch of storekeepers.
They didn't bluff easy. I'll drift into Dodge tonight and find out just what happened.
No. No, I've got a better idea.
What? What are you aiming to do?
You just drift into town tonight, maybe I'll tell you.
Danny said to keep you out of it.
Are you going by what Danny said or by what I say?
Oh, please, hon, what can you do in Dodge?
A lot more than Danny and those numbskulls did. Now, you just lie low here. Coming to Dodge tonight. Are you my foreman or aren't you?
All right. You're the boss.
Remember that.
Sit down, Mr. Burden.
That ain't my name.
Dan Burden's your name. You got a sister named Marie. Got a small cattle spread over near Ingalls. Mr. Bill Tillman's told me about you. You and your sister aren't exactly unknown around here.
Who's been talking?
None of your business. Any of those wounded men make a statement?
No, sir.
All right, Hal, you telegraphed the sheriff over at Ingalls asking to please arrest Miss Marie Burden. Conspiracy to rob a bank.
Right. You leave my sister out of this. She didn't know nothing about it.
But she had a grudge against the Union Bank, didn't she? 8 months ago, she sold some mortgaged cattle. The bank made her pay up. Now, who bosses the ranch, you or Marie?
I do.
Why did she sign this application for a loan? Why didn't you co-sign?
I don't have to answer your fool questions.
Sit down.
You arrest Marie and Lance will gun you.
Oh? And who is Lance?
Lance Morfitt, that's who. He's engaged to my sister.
Lance Morfitt, huh? It seems I recall a gentleman by that name.
You'll get better acquainted, you bother my sister.
All right, Mr. Burden, we'll put you back in your cell.
What about Marie?
I'll have a little talk with her. My hunch may be wrong, but I think she's involved in the robbery.
Lance will kill you.
Mr. Burden, he can try. Won't be the first time it's been tried.
One moment, please. Who is it?
Marshal Earp.
Oh, good. You interested in bedrooms?
No, I'm just careful. I'm awful glad you came to town, Miss Burden. I wasted money sending an arrest order for you.
Arrest me? But what on earth for?
Conspiracy to rob a bank.
Oh, now. Surely you must be joking.
Your brother's in jail. He led the attempted holdup.
Yes, I know. Danny is a wild, crazy boy. I've had to get him out of one scrape after another. How much is it going to be this time?
Nothing to bother about.
You mean there's some other way?
I mean, the trial is set for tomorrow.
But, the last time Danny got into trouble, I gave the marshal $500 and, it was all arranged.
Hmm. Well, Miss Burden, we don't do that here.
Oh. Oh, I see. Well, could I trouble you, please, to take a message to Danny?
No trouble.
Thank you very much. I'll write it. It'll just take a moment. Just a few lines to let poor Danny know that I'm going to hire him a lawyer. It'll cheer him up. Thank you very, very much.
Al, come on in here, will you? My deputy.
But you said that you would take it.
I will. But you're under arrest, and Hal will have to stay here.
Oh. What are you doing?
We read all messages to prisoners.
You give that back.
Easy, ma'am, easy, easy.
He's got no right to... I just offered you my promissory note in hopes you'd make things comfortable for Danny.
You trying to bribe Wyatt?
Bribe? Oh, no. That's against the law.
Miss Burden is very upset about her brother. I'm going to hold her as a material witness. She isn't to leave this apartment.
You gonna leave him in here with me alone?
Well, Miss Burden, my room's across the hall. You can leave this door open, and Hal can camp in my room if that makes you feel any better.
Yes, it most certainly will.
All right. Hal, here's my key. I'm going to go over and question those prisoners again. You keep an eye on her until I get back.
Yes, sir.
Now, wait a minute. I'm gonna need a lawyer for Danny and me.
Well, I'll ask Judge Tobin to assign one.
And how much will that cost?
Nothing. I'll see you later.
I I was just acting foolish. If you want to stay here in the parlor, it's all right.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Wyatt said to use his room. You make yourself comfortable, Miss Burton.
Comfortable with my poor brother in jail? Oh, please, won't you help me? I'd be mighty grateful for some help right now.
Your brother tried to rob a bank. 2 of his men were killed. Mr. Allen was hurt.
Forget it.
Howdy, Judge. Mr. Kelly. Prisoners won't talk.
Wyatt, we understand you're holding Burton's sister.
That's right.
Do you think she was involved?
I think she planned the whole deal and talked her stupid brother into it.
Well, can you prove that?
No, sir, not yet.
As soon as I appoint a lawyer, he'll be at me with a writ of habeas corpus.
She could sue the city for false
But why
arrest.
don't you just say what you came here to say?
Well...
No pretty woman is ever anything but an angel.
Before a jury, she is.
Now, let's be practical. We have an unbeatable case against Burton and his men. Why drag his sister into it?
Because I feel sorry for Dan Burton and all those cowhands in there. Why should they go to prison when Marie, who probably planned the whole thing, gets off scot-free just because she's a woman?
Well, if you make her co-defendant, they may be all acquitted.
Oh, come on.
I don't think they'll all be acquitted, but the jury'd only give them a year or 2, and they sure wouldn't convict the woman.
Well, look, just say the word and I'll turn her loose.
Well, I really think that's the wise course.
The judge wants to make an example out of the rest of them, Wyatt. They ought to get 10 years, the maximum.
I'll turn her loose. But she planned that robbery just to spite the bank.
What's the matter?
I can't get my breath. It's my heart. I've had trouble before.
Here, let me help you.
No. Get the doctor. Oh, please.
All right, I'll get Dr. McCarty. She's having a heart attack or something. I'm going for Dr. McCarty.
Heart attack?
Just stay out of this.
Hear what he said? Somebody's got a heart attack. Well, I don't know. It could be serious, you know.
No heart attack, huh?
You let my brother out of jail or I'll fix you.
You're the one that belongs in jail. Now you go on back to your room and stay there.
I told you! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! Help! Help!
Get out of here!
Let me go! Help! Help!
You stop it!
Now, it's all right. You're safe now. And you, a deacon of the church. Go get Judge Tobin. Now, don't cry. Don't. It only makes things worse. Yes, I will. Now, just...
And then he said if I would... He'd let my brother escape from jail, and then he tried to tear my dress. It was horrible.
There. No reason to carry on. We'll get to the straight of this.
What have you got to say?
I'm waiting for Hal.
Well, 3 witnesses saw you struggling with her in your room.
Judge, I warned you about her.
We're trying to believe you, but...
I heard about the trick she pulled on you. She ought to be run out of town.
You would say that. You're no better than he is. Oh, where's my lawyer? Please, I want to see my lawyer.
I've met a lot of low-down women in my time, but you ought to...
That'll do.
What's your temper? Sorry.
Are you going to let them lie out of this? Look at my dress. Look at the bruises on my wrist. Isn't there one gentleman left in this town?
Now, Miss Burton, you're a bit hysterical. You said you had a heart attack and fainted. I suggest you go into the bedroom and lie down. The doctor will be here in a few minutes.
He'd better get here soon. I may want him to testify.
Al, where was she when you went to get Doc McCarty?
Right there on the floor. I thought she was dying.
You tell him why the door to my room happened to be open.
Wyatt told me to wait in his room and watch her. Shall I tell him what she said to me?
No. They can believe us or fire us. I told you it was a frame-up.
We believe you, but hang it all, Wyatt, you know how people will be talking.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care about the talk. I want that woman out of town as quick as possible.
She ought to be tried with the rest. Take it easy, Al. Now, we promised her a lawyer. Maybe he'll persuade her to leave. Meantime, we'll make another try at getting Dan Burton to tell the truth.
Sit down. You're still stubborn and stupid.
You ain't gonna turn me against my sister.
You love your sister?
Of course I do.
She's trying to frame Hal and me.
I wouldn't put anything past you two.
The court is appointing a lawyer to defend you.
Sure. Maria'd see to that.
Well, it's not going to help. You're going to get the limit.
Well, Maria's in the clear. I'm satisfied.
What about Lance Morfin?
What about him?
Well, didn't she say he was coming into Dodge to gun me?
Only if you arrest Marie.
She's arrested.
Then Lance will get you.
What if I get him?
Don't be a fool. Why, give him a full draw and shoot him in both eyes.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Look, hasn't your sister done enough harm? Now, Lance is a nice young fellow. Why should she want to add his scalp to her belt?
There's nothing I can do about it.
Yes, there is. I want you to ask your sister to leave town and take Morfett with her.
Oh, you don't know Marie.
No, I know her. But I hate to use the words that describe her.
She's always been like that. Ever since I was a kid. She gets a grudge and nothing will stop her. She keeps on nagging until... She'll send Lance after you. That's his lookout.
Mr. Burton, if I have to hurt Morfett, I'm going to send your sister to prison.
How?
Inciting anyone to gun an officer is a penitentiary offense.
We can't prove it that she put you up to the bank robbery. But we can sure prove it if she sends Lance after Wyatt.
Well, all right. I'll talk to her.
Good. We'll take him over to the hotel.
I'll get his hat.
Come on.
Better check those guns, Sonny. Marshal Erb catch you wearing them, it's 3 days in jail.
You'll catch me wearing them. Give me another one.
Remember now, his name is Lance Morfett. You'll find him in one of the saloons. Just tell him to meet me at the hotel after he finishes his business. He'll understand. Dan, were you hit bad?
No, not bad.
It's going to be all right. I talked to a lawyer. I have a wonderful idea for getting you off.
Yeah? How?
Not with them in the room. I was just starting for the jail. Why did they bring you here?
We'll wait outside.
How are you going to get me off?
We blame it on Pete Brown and the others who got killed. They forced you to join in the holdup. Punky will testify to the same thing.
I knew you'd do it. Lots of times you got me into trouble, but you always got me out.
Why, sure. Why did they bring you here? What's the trick?
Oh, it's no trick. Herb just doesn't want Lance gunning for him.
Oh.
He says if you sick Lance on him, you can go to prison. Something about exciting or inciting.
Why, sure. I know that. You think I'd be so stupid.
Well, you were sore at Earp and Hal, and you accused him of...
Just play acting, Dan.
Oh, I see. Just making trouble for the Johnny Laws, huh?
Why, sure. I almost got them both fired. It's all settled, gentlemen. You may come right in. You can breathe easy now, Mr. Earp. Lance is back on the ranch at Ingalls.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna gun you.
Oh, that's a relief. Hal, we better take Mr. Burden back to jail.
Sure. Marie's gonna get me off. She's got a real slick idea.
Dan.
Yeah, that's right. Well, see you in court, Marie.
Well?
I suppose you had to lie about it. Just couldn't help yourself.
Am I under arrest again?
No.
Then I see no reason why I have to entertain you. The door is open.
Isn't that Lance Morford down there?
Why don't you go down and ask him? You scared?
Your brother Dan's gonna go to prison. You sent him out of here thinking you had some bright legal trick that would save him.
I might have.
That fella down there wants to marry you. You urged me to go down there and kill him.
He'll kill you. If he doesn't, I will.
Oh? With this?
I can get another one.
No, you'll be in prison.
Lance might have something to say about that.
All right, so he outdraws me. He shot a peace officer.
We can run.
Not far enough or fast enough.
I still say you're scared.
You know, if ever a woman deserved punishment, it's you. I'm gonna probably have to hurt him. And if that happens, I certainly want you to see it. Mr. Morford, you draw on me and you'll get hurt. Miss Burden will go to prison.
What's she got to do with it?
She incited you to attack the peace officer. That's a felony. I hate to say this, but I kind of hope you do go for your gun. Miss Burden ought to be in prison.
Shoot him! He can't draw! Shoot him! That's close enough! Shoot! Shoot him! Oh!
You hoodlum.
You get out of town.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Earp! Wyatt Earp! Come out of that cave with your hands up. All right, we're coming in after you. Go get him, boys.
Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
The bitterness between Texas cattlemen and the cowtown marshals of Kansas was an aftermath of the Civil War. There were those in the South who never fired a shot to help the Confederacy, but who were now determined to aggravate the Yank Johnny Laws who tried to keep order in Kansas. Marshal Wyatt Earp of Dodge City was a shining target for all manner of schemes to assassinate him or run him out of Dodge. Perhaps the shrewdest of Wyatt's enemies was Big Drum Denman, owner of the R.E.B. cattle spread. Big Drum had, at least, an original idea.
When ain't you coming into town, Mr. Denman? Naturally, I thought that...
No, sirree. Big Drum ain't taking his boys into Dodge. Earp has too many deputies, and he can call on Bat Masterson and his sheriff's posse. Every man who's tried to get Wyatt Earp in Dodge City has come a cropper. You know what it means, in?
Smart analysis, Mr. Denman. But what's this all leading up to, Drum? I run a print shop in Dodge. I can't afford to...
Hold on, Inky. Wait a minute. The answer is simple. We prod Earp into coming out here. Get him so red-headed hostile, all he can think about is settling with me.
Well, now, I never knew Earp to lose his temper that bad.
Always the first time's in. Hey, Curly, Ringgold, come here.
Extra! Read all about Wyatt Earp being the rebel! Extra! Extra! Read all about Wyatt Earp being the rebel!
Come along, Sammy. We got a new paper in town?
Yes, sir. It's the rebel, and it's free. Extra! Extra! Read all about Wyatt Earp.
The truth about Wyatt Earp. Dodge City Marshal consorts with coarse women.
Why don't you keep the front blinds down? No need trying to hide. Earp will know I'm doing the job. He doesn't have to know that I'm mixed up with it. Quit acting stupid, Zinner. Everybody in town knows you do legal work for Denman. You're his attorney. Not in this case. Here, this is for tomorrow's sheet. All right. And remember the deal. You're to keep me out. If Earp corners, you blame it on Denman. Uh-oh. Jim Kelly. I'm leaving.
Ain't you open for business?
Well, sure, Mr. Kelly, but I had some work to do on the press, and I...
And on this, huh? You miserable scamp.
Well, I had to do it. Certain fellow has a mortgage on my shop, and he...
Who wrote this filth?
Drum Denman, Mr. Kelly. He said if I didn't print it, he'd call Malone and put me out of business.
Indeed, now. And where is Denman?
Oh, he's at Buffalo Walla, south of town.
Well, and when's he coming into Dodge?
Oh, he ain't coming into Dodge, Mr. Kelly. He's scared of Marshal Erb.
Drum better be scared. And you print one more and you'll be scared, understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, and I hope you'll explain to Marshal Erb. I had to do it. It was the only way I could get my shop free and clear.
Well, you've been warned, you inkpot.
Oh, no. I don't print this.
You tear that up and
You expect me to print this? You're wrong. Erp will gun us. Both of us.
No. Earp will try to get Denman, and that's just what Drum wants him to do.
But Sally Davis, she's never had anything to do with Erp. She's a new preacher's daughter, just a kid in her teens.
Never mind. Print it. Don't be a fool. I'm leaving us both the way out. Read the masthead. It says Drum Denman editor. Earp will go after Denman, not us.
But it ain't right to do that.
All right, no more gab. We'll see Drum about this. You tell him you won't print it.
No. But Drum could get more than he's asking for.
Drum's got some fast guns out there just waiting for Earp.
Wyatt. Callum says it was Denman of the REB brand outfit.
Big Drum?
Yeah.
I told him not to come back to Dodge City.
He didn't. He's camped out in the old Buffalo Wall. I warned Callum not to print anything more. But maybe we better close his shop.
Big Drum could just get another place in another town to do his printing. This is a new angle, Mr. Kelly. A man hides out in the brush and blisters me with a scandal sheet.
Don't talk about it out here. Let's go inside.
Well, you got the whole town talking, Drum.
That's a good starter. Did it rile the great Marshal Earp?
Not enough. But Jim Kelly traced the sheet to Callum and warned him not to print another edition.
You see, Ringgold? Just the same as calls Earp a Yankee.
You boys ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait till you read what I say about him tomorrow. That ought to bring him out on the run, huh, Zinner?
It certainly should.
Curly, you and Ringgold and the boys better oil up your guns.
We got him shined like a mower's sickle. We can't hardly wait.
I can wait. Where do you want Earp buried, Mr. Denman?
You deliver the body, Ringgold. I'll find him a grave.
Extra, extra, read the latest rebel. All about Marshall being the rebel. Extra, extra, read the latest rebel.
Who is it?
Mr. Earp, it's Sally Davis.
Just a minute. Sally, what's the matter? What's that? Wyatt Earp and Preacher's daughter. Courtship of Sally Davis.
Daddy's riding the church circuit. I took this off the porch so Mama wouldn't see it, but they'll both see it. Everybody will. It's all over town.
I didn't think Denman would go this far. It's my fault, Sally. I should have arrested Callum and closed up his print shop yesterday.
What's awful? I'm afraid to go home. I can't even walk on the street. How can anybody tell such a horrible lie?
Well, Mr. Denman will admit that he lied and apologize to you in public. I can promise you that. Sally, your folks and the people here in Dodge, they'll know this is just rotten slander.
But I want to do something about that horrible man.
I know how you feel, but don't you worry about it. It'll be done for you. Come on. You keep your chin up, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. I want you to take this straight home to your mother and show it to her and tell her what I said. Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Earp. I've been thinking only of myself. I guess it's just as bad for you.
Well, it's going to be worse for Mr. Denman. Now, you run along.
the dynamite, Wyatt. Why don't you wait for Sheriff Masterson and the rest of them to get back from Abilene?
Because this is my party, all my own. Go get the handcuffs, will you?
Right.
I know. I read it. Mr. Kelly, I want you to relieve me from duty for a couple of days. What I'm about to do can't be done by a marshal.
I want a posse, and I'm riding with it.
Look, that camp has to be spooked. And that's a one-man job.
Now, Wyatt...
No posse. You only get in the way. You bring him out tomorrow if you want to. Ask Dr. McCarty to come along, too. Somebody will be needing him.
The handcuffs.
Thank you. My spooking boots, Mr. Kelly.
Any sign of Zinner?
Met him on the trail. Him and Inky got spooked. They were running out of Dodge.
Where's Wyatt Earp?
They didn't know. We sent him back to find out. If Earp's coming, this ain't the right place to take him.
What's wrong with it?
Earp and his posse could bushwhack us in here.
Yeah, we should make the fight on open prairie out there.
What's the matter? You and Ringgold feeling spooked? If they come in here, we'll close the gaps on them. I'm paying you boys to fight. Besides, Earp's no bushwhacker. He'll come busting in here with a posse and try to blast us. Wasting bullets. Where's Curly and Ringgold?
They went to the spring for fresh water.
The spring for fresh water at a time like this?
He's got that posse scattered all around.
Yeah, and Drum will want us to go in the brush after him.
Let's get the canteens back to camp.
He didn't bring no posse, I tell you. It's just Earp all on his lonesome.
Yeah, you tell us.
He used to be a buffalo hunter. That's the way they used to frighten all the cow camps that interfered with their hunting. Earp could have killed you and Ringgold. Masterson or Tillman would have killed you. The posse you're talking about doesn't exist. It's just Earp. Now, come on, let's get him before it's dark.
You're our brave leader, Drum. What are the orders?
Well, we fan out and comb both sides of that ravine. If we can't find Earp, at least we can find his camp. Come on, move out. Fire the camp! Fire in camp! All hands! All hands! All hands! All hands! Fire! Fire! Put it out! Get the fire! Grab a blanket! Beat it out! Throw some water on it! That's it! Come on! Beat it up! Beat it!
Beat it! Fire! Shadow, put it out! Get out the fire! Grab a blanket! Leave it out! Don't you water on it! Around here.
One peep out of you and you're a dead man. Come on. All right, let's go. Get on the horse. Get on. Now you get down from there. I always said you wouldn't fight fair. Look who's talking. All right, Mr. Denham. You're gonna get your fair fight. Now, how do you want it? With guns, knives, or with fists? Just bare hands, you Yankee scum. I want you to come into Dodge City and apologize to a certain young lady. No. All right. Are you going to come in and apologize? No. My boys will come here. They're on foot, but they'll find us. That's what I'm hoping for.
I don't like this. We're walking right into Earp's trap.
If you quit liking money, Ringgold, Earp hauls Drum to jail, we won't never get paid.
I'll go anywhere the rest of you will.
All right, into the cave. Come on. Back in. Go on. Get in. Sit down. Lean forward. Put your knees up. Now, I don't think your men are gonna come after you. So I'm going on back to Dodge City. Maybe you'll change your mind about that apology in a couple of days.
This was his camp, all right. The dirt's all kicked up. It looks like a cave over there.
My arm's hurting. This is silly. Earp's dragged Drum back to Dodge.
Well, we better take a look just to make sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, Earp, maybe land force in there.
What, in that cave with no way out? Earp's smarter than that.
All right, you look.
We'll all look. Drum didn't hire just me.
There's a light in there, but I can't make out nothing.
Well, I can. It's Denham all tied up. You talked a brave battle. Hey, Drum! Is Earp down there? All right, boss. Your troubles are over.
What lantern? Here it is.
Untie the boards. All that dirty Yank tricks trying to smother us in a cave.
Easy, Ringo.
You all right? No, I ain't all right. I want that guy killed. Now get out there and get him.
Well, the entrance is blocked. There might be some other way out.
Well, then find it. You can come up this way. There's a ladder at the far end of the cave. Come up one at a time. Take your gun belts off before you start.
Why, you...
One more shot and I'm going to start. Now drop your guns. We're coming up. Get the ladder. Come on, bring it in here. All right, come on. You come up with your hands empty. Focus. Hello, Mr. Denman. Come on. Come on. Get over there and kneel down. Kneel down! Well, Mr. Ringo. Get over there. Kneel down over there. Kneel down! Come on. Both hands.
I can't lift the other one. You busted my arm.
Let's see, Curly. I haven't seen you since the fight at the Little Allen.
Let's not get sociable.
Yeah, sassy either. Come on, get over there. Come on, hands first.
You going to make us walk all the way to Dodge?
Ought to make you crawl. You hired out to Drum Demon. He was old enough to fight in the war, but he didn't. His idea of being brave is to slander a young girl. Her name was Sally Davis. Just happens to be a niece of the Confederate president.
Is that right, Drum?
I offered him a chance to ride into Dodge City and apologize, but he wouldn't.
That's a lie about that girl being related to Jeff Davis.
No, it just happens to be the truth. But I'd make you apologize if you lied about any other innocent girl. That's 35 miles, gentlemen. We can make it easy by tomorrow morning. Let's go.
If he don't apologize, he better not show his face down Texas way. I'm sorry. I guess I've been wrong.
You tell that to Sally Davis. Oh, what is this now?
Well, Curly, Ringo, Denman. I'm walking him into Dodge City, Mr. Mayor.
Into Dodge? Oh, hold now, Wyatt. That's more than 20 miles from here.
Well, Curly and Ringgold are hurt, but if they drop, I'll cut them off the line. The rest of them can make it all right. Oh, I spooked them real gentle-like, Mr. Kelly. I must be getting old and soft. Hell, gentlemen. Shall we travel?
Ho! Come on.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Dr. John H. Holliday, gambler, gunfighter, and by the oddity of circumstance, a friend of Wyatt Earp, was living on borrowed time. Long ill, Doc's idea of taking care of himself was to drink a quart of whiskey a day. That a small boy named Benny Burkett could exercise a good influence on Doc Holliday was one of those improbable happenings on which no one in Dodge City would have bet a nickel.
Pay the 10. Pay the 10. Here goes. Pay the 4. Pay the 4. All right. Place your best, boy.
Benny!
I just wanted to look, Dr. Holliday. See? My lucky agate. I spit on it, and then...
Marble and you spit on it? Oh, get out of here.
But it'll bring you good luck, Dr. Holliday. You've been losing for 2 days straight.
Benny, saloon is no place for a kid. I've given strict orders for you to be kept out of here.
You got a bad cold, Benny. I want you to go over to the hotel, see Mrs. Holliday, and have her give you 1 tablespoonful of that pink cork medicine.
But Mrs. Holliday will make me take a bath and, well, I...
You can use a bath.
Oh,
Wait a
come
minute.
on.
Benny, why aren't you in school?
I'm just about dying of pneumonia, that's why.
Benny, if you're going to tell a lie, tell a good one, not a whopper. All he's got is a simple case of the snuffles. He should be in school.
Well, maybe I ought to arrest him for truancy, huh?
Dr. Holliday says I gotta have some cough medicine. Isn't that the gospel truth? Didn't you say I had...
Yes, I said it. Wyatt, I don't want him around the Long Branch.
Yes, sir. I'll go see Mrs. Holliday for the medical treatment. Right away.
I'll go have a little talk with his father.
You warn old man Burkett not to spank that boy too hard. It'll only make him a lot meaner. He's bad enough right now.
How's your luck running?
You tell Benny to stop hanging on my neck. That kid's a jinx.
Oh, that's too hard for me.
Come on, open up now.
If I take it, do I have to take the bath, too?
Yes, you smell like your father's livery stable. Come on now, open up. Wide.
Oh.
None of that now. Start taking your clothes off.
Take my clothes off? Oh, not in front of you and her.
We'll shut our eyes. Go on, start peeling.
Morning, Mr. Burkett.
Oh, what's Benny done now?
Well, he's been skipping school again.
Oh, he's got a new hero, Doc Holliday. All he thinks about is Doc Holliday and gunfighting.
Well, sir, out west, it's only natural for a kid to take to guns.
I never could manage Benny, Mr. Earp. He always blamed me because his mama died. I'll give him another larrapin.
Doc doesn't think you ought to do that.
Now, what's he know about raising kids?
Well, sir, you're Benny's father, but the law says he's got to go to school. We haven't been as strict about that as we should.
Thanks for telling me, Mr. Earp.
No, thank you.
You'll go to school.
Look, Mr. Burkett, will you do me a favor? Maybe if you talk to the kid first, maybe you won't have to spank him, huh?
Oh, sure, Mr. Earp. I always try reasoning with Benny first.
Yeah.
Hi, Pop. We got anything to eat? Uh-oh. You sore at me?
Sit down, son.
Yes, sir. Mrs. Holliday gave me a new shirt. See?
Marshal Earp was here. Says you've been ditching school.
Yes, sir.
Not only that, but that you've been sneaking into the Long Branch.
I went to see Dr. Holliday. The card's been running bad for him. So I aim to turn my magic Aggie eye on the other men. It'll put a hex on their cards.
So you want to be like Doc Holliday?
He's a heap sight more of a man than Marshal Earp.
Oh, he is he?
Marshal Earp is fast, but he gets chicken-hearted and aims to cripple a gunfighter. Dr. Holliday shoots him right between the eyes.
No use arguing with you, son. Any boy who wants to grow up to be like Doc Holliday has got to learn better. Bend over that desk.
You gonna spank me or larrup me?
I'm gonna larrup you.
I'll take a spanking, but you ain't gonna larrup me. Not when you're half drunk.
Right.
He's off now, Pop. I'm warning you. Help! Help! Get Doc McCarty! Help! My Pop's hurt! I shot him!
All you say is true, Wyatt, but a boy that'd try to shoot his own father.
Pop ain't dead.
No, he isn't, but it's...
Well, it was I couldn't
Now, that's
help
enough,
him.
young man. Only one answer. The House of Correction in Topeka.
Reform school?
Just a minute, Benny. Judge, you know, Mr. Burkett could have seriously hurt this kid. He'd been drinking quite heavily. Besides, he promised me he'd talk to him first, and then maybe he wouldn't have to spank him.
I'm not going to reform.
Benny, wait a minute.
Wyatt, for pity's sake.
They ain't gonna send me to reform school.
Reform school? For this peaked little kid?
Go tell Dr. Holliday.
Hush, Benny. I've just come from seeing Mr. Burkett. He tells me he's willing to let me have this boy.
You?
Well, Miss Kate, you can't adopt him. He's a ward of the court. But wouldn't it be better to parole Benny to Miss Kate?
Anything would be better than that reform school. Oh, look at him, Judge. He rarely gets enough to eat, and he's been on the verge of pneumonia. How long could he last in that place?
You want to recommend parole?
Yes, sir.
Well, what about Doc Holliday? He'd have to agree, you know.
He'll agree. You just ask him.
Well, Judge, I'll explain it to Doc. In the meantime, I think that Benny ought to go over and see Doc McCarty. Looks a little feverish to me.
Fever? Oh, I got 110. At least.
That sounds like common sense. You stay here with Benny, madam. I'll go and arrange with the doctor.
Wyatt, you will be careful in talking to John, won't you? He's on a losing streak, and I've never seen him in worse temper.
Don't you worry, Miss Kate. He likes Benny.
Was that a joke? Or does Dr. Holliday really like me?
I hope so, Benny. I hope so.
No, Wyatt. You talk Katie and me into taking care of that girl brat little pistol. And what happens? Her parents show up out of nowhere and poor Katie cried for a week. The answer's still no.
Look, the judge is going to send him to a reform school.
Good. Any boy who tries to imitate me belongs in a reform school. Now you get out of here. I got work to do at the Faro game.
This is all your fault, you know.
Nonsense.
It's not nonsense. Now, look. No man belongs to himself. All of a sudden, you influence a kid like Benny. He makes you his hero. Now, what do you expect? Miss Kate, what's wrong?
That kid. Dr. McCarty says he has lung trouble.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Where's Benny now?
I gave him his supper and put him to bed at the hotel.
Does he know about it?
Doc McCarty said to tell him.
We'll take up a collection. Don't worry about Benny.
I'd like to send him to Colorado or someplace.
Yes, naturally.
John, are we broke?
Just about. But with a decent run of cards, you pray, Katie, and cuss the devil.
Not too much. How'd you do?
There it is.
I'll put some more to it.
Any idea how much a hospital would cost?
No. But consumption's a long haul, 2 or 3 years at least. Say, is Luke Short still in town?
He was last night.
You know, I'd sure like to talk to him. Ask him to come on over, will you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dr. Holliday.
Yes.
Did Mrs. Holliday tell you? I'm going to be sick, just like you.
Congratulations.
Dr. McCarty tried to spare me, but I ain't scared.
You're young. You'll grow out of it.
Oh, no, I won't. I'll be a gambler and a gunfighter, too.
Ambitious lad. All you have to worry about now is getting a big breakfast. Drink a whole quart of milk and get back to bed, you understand?
But Dr. Holliday...
No back talk. You're under parole to Mrs. Holliday and myself.
Yes, sir.
You do exactly as I tell you, or I'll report you to Marshal Will.
Oh, no, Dr. Holliday. You just give me orders, and I'll do them.
Good.
The cards break better for us last night?
Some better.
You see? I'm going to bring us good luck.
Morning, Wyatt.
No, Mr. Short.
Hal said you wanted to see me.
Yes, sir, I sure do. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Now, I understand you want to buy the Long Branch, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Chalk Beeson will sell, but Doc won't. I offered $60,000 cash.
That make Doc's share about half, huh?
Yep, about 30. But Doc's like the rest of us gamblers. He won't quit a loser.
Is that his only reason for not selling?
Cage says it is. Some cattlemen with big money are due in today. I think Doc figures his luck will change. But I can't wait any longer, Wyatt. I can buy the Alamo.
Mr. Short, I wish you could hold off a couple of days.
Well?
You see, Doc has got, well, he's got personal reasons why he ought to sell. I think I could persuade him to take your offer.
All right, 3 days.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Charge it up to what I owe Bat Masterson. He saved my scalp at the Adobe Wells fight.
Well, Bat didn't tell me that. I'll tell you what, we'll all get together and celebrate the new ownership of the Long Branch, huh?
I hope so, Wyatt. But Doc Holliday is a mighty tough man to persuade.
Yeah, he is. Thank you for coming over, sir.
Not at all.
Good day.
Bye.
Hey, Mrs. Holliday,
Yes, Benny.
can't Dr. Holliday have some liquor? He don't like milk, and well, I thought maybe...
Silence.
Yes, sir. Excuse me.
I love milk.
That took pure nerve. Dr. Holliday's just about the bravest man was ever born.
Yes, isn't he, though?
Shut up. Eat your breakfast.
Yes, sir.
Sick or healthy, good food is necessary for all children. Katie, those beef millionaires will be here soon. I don't want you to hold dinner or lunch for me. And you, young man, you go to bed.
John, you were up all night.
Now, Katie, let's not argue about it. Please, let's not argue about it. The boy will get upset.
Doc, I want to talk to you.
All right, Wyatt, but downstairs.
Hey, Mr. Earp, did you hear the news? I'm sick, too.
Benny.
Yes, sir. Miss Holliday, they want to make man talk.
Oh. Sure.
Chuck Beeson wants to sell the Long Branch to Luke Short, but Dr. Holliday's against it.
Oh? Why?
We don't close down our big faro game with rich chumps in town. See this? It's got the evil eye. I put the ethos on those monkeys.
Now there's a good breakfast.
You haven't answered my question.
Deacon Earp, you and Katie have wished a sick child on me. For him and to stay in business, I need $100,000. It's always aggravating for me to talk to you. I must be about my petty affairs. Good morning, Deacon.
All right, gentlemen, the chips are blue. $100 each.
Get your best down.
There we are, sir. Thank you very much. Next. Thank you, sir. The most beautiful blue in the world, gentlemen. Most beautiful blue. As blue as the ocean, as blue as the sky. But be careful of the blue in a woman's eye.
Get your best down.
Thank you very much, sir. These are the things that help, gentlemen. All right. Let it go.
Wyatt! Wyatt! Please! It's John. It's John. He's going to kill a man.
What for?
I said Benny was hiding in the saloon. And John said he wasn't. This poor man said John was a liar. And, oh, hurry!
I'll give you the first shot.
Try again, sir.
That, no. I gave him the first shot. He missed. I offered him a second. Where's my halo?
Now, you know Jack Hyde Simpson's no match for you.
He called me a liar, sir.
I don't care what he called you. Benny's hiding in there.
Not to my knowledge, madam.
John doesn't know it, but Benny is someplace in there.
All right, but I don't want to row with Doc over it.
Wyatt, listen to me. John's winning, but he's been without sleep for 36 hours. You've got to make him quit. Break up the game.
How?
Get Benny. He's got to eat sometime. It's against the law for a child to be in a saloon.
All right, but you stay here. We can't afford any I told you so's.
Wait a minute.
Anybody behind there?
Oh, no, Mr. Earp. Nobody but me. I'm... Here, boss, that's...
Well, I just put a little bullet in there to make sure.
Oh, well, but Mr.
Don't
Earp...
worry about the bar. I'll just hit the knob.
But...
Benny? Benny, come out of there. Come on out of there.
You owe Jack High an apology.
Leave us alone. You don't jinx us.
Draw your pay. You're through.
We're winning, ain't we? I changed your luck, didn't I?
I'm afraid not, Benny. All right, gentlemen, that's it for today. Place is closed. A miner on the premises.
Mr. Earp is technically correct. I happen to be one of young Master Burkett's legal guardians. I should have known he was behind the bar.
You're not quitting winter, are you, Doc?
Gentlemen, when I'm losing, I never stop until I'm broke. And when I'm winning, I never stop until you're broke. We shall continue this game in my suite at the Dodge House in half an hour. Wrap it up.
Come on, Betty.
You can't lick us, Mr. Marshall. Nothing will ever whip Dr. Holliday and me.
How's Doc doing upstairs?
Not good. He's lost almost everything he won. He's been up dreadfully long. His color's bad.
Well, they could have arrested him this afternoon, but that would have gotten you folks in bad with Judge Tobin. Maybe those cattlemen will get tired and quit before morning.
John won't last that long. Please, Wyatt, go up and make him quit.
I'll give it a try. You know, Miss Kate, Doc's trying to play this right for the kid.
Yes, I know. But what about John's life?
Well, the bank loses again, gentlemen.
Yeah, tough that's the way to go.
Getting monotonous. How about raising the limit to $200?
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Get your bets down.
Mine's down. Let's see some money in the bank, Doctor.
That's right.
Haven't you had enough?
Deacon Earp, what brings you to this den of iniquity?
Doc, I think you ought to quit.
He's got to quit, Marshal. He's busted.
I beg your pardon, sir. My interest in the Long Branch, it's worth $30,000.
Doc, look, what's the sense of this? You're risking Benny's last chance than your own.
Deacon Earp, I'd rather be a beggar and spend my last dollar like a prince than be a prince and spend my last money like a beggar.
I'll get Doc McCarty. Take him in the room. Take him easy.
Take this to the drugstore and be back as soon as you can.
Here's my interest in the Long Branch.
You are what?
This is for John and Benny.
It's for Benny. All of it.
Take it easy, Doc. Send in Benny, will you?
Benny?
Dr. Holliday. Please, sir. Dr. Holliday.
Oh, it's you. You get yourself ready. You and Mrs. Holliday are going to Colorado.
Not unless you come too.
He means it, John.
There's money enough for everything, Doc.
It's a put-up job. I'll teach you not to listen to these sentimental idiots.
We'll be back soon, Mr. Earp.
I'll write you, Wyatt.
Thank you. Come on, hop up in there. That's it. Watch your step, Steve. There we go. Watch your dress, man.
That's it.
So long, Doc.
I'll never forgive you for this. A good riddance to bad rubbish.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
What's your hurry, Injun?
I thought you promised Marshal Earp not to make any more trouble.
No trouble. I just want to have a sociable talk. Come on in here, huh?
Stop that!
Oh, what are you doing? Being hard to get?
You let go of me! I have a gun. You...
You give me that. Why, you little wild...
Hold it! You go on down and join your husband. Go on.
You shot me.
I'll take care of you. Go on. Get inside.
Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Marriages between white men and Indian girls happened rarely, even on the Kansas frontier of 1877. Despite the sentimental guff written about squaw men, the strongest barrier to such marriages was the sacrifice demanded of any Indian girl who dared to marry a white man. Fighting tribes like the Sioux, the Apaches, and the Cheyenne greeted such romances with deadly anger. Marshal Earp would rather face a great gunman than become involved with a white husband and an Indian wife.
I'll be a squaw man in the Dodge Hotel.
You're going upstairs.
That's something. Ain't a bad-looking filly, either.
I left my gun out in the wagon. I'll meet you outside.
I'll be with you in just a second, Mr. Squaw Man.
What's it all about, mister?
Never mind. Let's get out of range.
You're a slow hand, Mr. Jones. This young fella's sore and he's sober.
He insulted me and my wife. Oh, you're the marshal.
Look, Mr. Jones is a slow hand with a gun. He's been drinking. You want an apology or an easy gunfight?
An apology.
Look, I'm trying to save your life. Either you apologize or I stand aside and let you shoot it out.
So I apologize.
Look, my wife and boy are in
When
there.
I stop a gunfight, I aim to keep it stopped.
I'm sorry. Are you Wyatt Earp?
That's right.
Well, then, from what I've heard about you, I'll have a chance to explain the trouble.
All right. We'll take a walk and cool off.
Dick?
Well, first, I'd like you to meet my wife, Mrs. Melanie. Laura, this is Marshal Wyatt Earp.
Howdy, man. Your husband was going to kill Mr. Jones, and I didn't think he should.
Well, no. Thank you. I left the baby inside. I better go back.
I'll be right along, honey.
I remember now. Your wife is the daughter of Two Moon, chief of the Cheyenne. You folks got a cattle spread up north on the Wyoming line.
Well, now, how did you know that?
Well, I got a couple of Cheyenne friends, Mr. Brother and Mr. Cousin. They gossip. Come on, we'll take that walk.
Without Laura, I'd still be a busted cowhand working cattle somewhere in Texas. Sit down, sir. She stood by me through 2 blizzards, a drought, and nursed me through a fever. I owe her more than any man should owe a woman.
Well, any husband with a good wife feels the same way.
Well, this isn't the same kind of love, Marshal. She broke with her people for me. I urge this trip because I want to prove to her that she's my wife no matter what part of the country we're in. And for all time. You think I'm wrong?
No, Mr. Melanie, I just think you got a special kind of a problem, but that doesn't mean you got to go around fighting with every stupid sidewinder that makes remarks. You know, I've heard Indians make remarks, too. You couldn't print what some of them say.
Well, my father-in-law doesn't think too much of me.
Old Two Moon? Yeah, he's a real tough customer. Well, you'll be all right once you get east of Kansas City. Out here, a lot of blood has been spilled on both sides. I happen to think the Indians got a pretty rotten deal, but, well, the Indians aren't angels either.
Well, Laura admits that. Unless she remembers how our people are outnumbered.
Mr. Melanie, I'm ashamed to say this, but I advise you to stick close to the hotel. Your train leaves in the morning.
I know. Well, we won't give you cause for any more trouble. And thank you, Marshal.
Yeah. Let's get back to the hotel.
Oh. Who is it?
Your husband, Laura.
Oh. Oh.
Well, that's better. Why the locked door, huh?
That man is still in the hotel.
Oh, just a stupid drunk. Hello, son. There's nothing sissy about this kid. Takes after your father.
Some, but more you. What did Mr. Earp have to say?
Oh, nothing much. He thinks we ought to keep off the streets. Just to avoid another hoodlum like Jones.
So we must hide from white people.
Only in Dodge City, honey.
It's that Custer fight. My father told me the Sioux were trying to run away, and Custer charged them with his pony soldiers. So you and I have to hide.
All right. I have to go to the depot and buy tickets. You and Grant come with me. We won't hide.
Hide?
What else?
No. I am bad-tempered. You go to the station, but you leave your gun here. Mr. Earp is a good man, and we will do as he says. Now go quickly, and I'll prepare food for us.
Now, that's my girl. Oh, you can heat Little Chief's milk in the hotel kitchen. And don't forget to boil it, huh?
I am stupid, dirty Indian?
Oh, no, we smoked a peace pipe, remember?
Yes, I remember. My sweetheart.
I'll be back.
Now, you be a good boy, and I'll be right back. I'll bring you some milk.
Well, hello now. There's nothing to be scared of. I like engines.
Please, I'm going to the kitchen.
Oh, no hurry. Come on in, let's have a drink,
No,
huh?
no, stop. Let go of me. I have a gun.
Oh, sure. You're a bad little engine. You little... Oh.
I'll shoot you in the head this time.
No. Are you going back in your room and stay there? Where's your husband?
He went to the depot to buy tickets.
I'll talk to him about this. Are you going back in your room? I'll get you to a doctor. Caused enough trouble around here.
She shot me.
I don't care.
Let me explain it. She'll think you're going to put her in jail.
Look, she shot him in self-defense. I can explain that.
I knew it.
Grant and I go back to our people. We love you, but we are Cheyenne. Laura.
I can catch him if you give me a fast horse.
Just take it easy. Sit down. You know your wife better than to try forcing her to come back. You got any idea where Two Moon is? North or west and a dozen trails to follow.
I should never have left him alone. Two Moon will keep them. I know him.
Maybe. Let's see what Mr. Cousin and Mr. Brother have to say about this. So you stay here.
Girl who talk white go to mission school. Tumu not like it. Then she marry Mr. Maloney. Tumu not like it. Then she have son, named boy after President Grant. Tumu not like that either. He like Horace Greeley.
All right, Mr. Cousin. Where's Mrs. Melanie now?
Wyatt Earp out there at the Tumu Chatso.
Mr. Earp Chukma, Emi Noble, E.
Girl who talk white and little boy go to Tumun's camp. She's afraid she get put in jail for shooting bad white men.
How did you know about that?
You sent for us. We asked Tumun if it's all right. He not like it.
Well, Two Moon never likes anything. Now, which way to his camp?
Pony soldier after Tumun. We tell, he kill us.
Is his camp far away? All right. You asked Two Moon to meet me on the trail. Half a day ride from this camp.
What if he say no, Mr. Earp?
Well, then I'll take a posse and find Two Moon. There'll be a lot of bang-bang.
Bacaldo Iheaje, bang bang, Tumun.
Push no, Emi Noble, KO, Tumu.
Mr. Brother wants to know if you promise not to kill Tumun.
I won't kill Two Moon, but you can tell him this for me. If he doesn't talk this over peaceably, he isn't going to live too long. If we have to raid that camp, their bullets are going to be flying awful thick.
Ate tejo. You camp here, my good friend. We tell Tumun.
Your grandson is a smart little fella.
Why you say little white talk is smart?
Well, his father gave him some toy soldiers and Indians, and he pulled the arms and legs off half of the soldiers so it'd be easier for the Indians to scalp them. Now, why don't you send your daughter back to her husband?
White husband is a coward.
Oh?
Cowhand insulted my daughter. Is Cowhand dead?
Your daughter wounded him.
Brave husband fight for wife. Let white husband kill Cowhand. Bring his body to me. Then I will talk with him.
Well, I can't make any promises for Mr. Melanie. Now tell him what you said.
A good beefsteak.
Yes, sir. Would you like to have a little bit?
Thank you.
Nice family you married into. Your father-in-law wants you to kill Rex Jones and bring the body into camp.
Well, I can't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Jones hit the trail for Texas this morning. Oh, I wouldn't have tried to gun him down. I'm not Cheyenne, and I don't take orders from Two Moon.
Well, I'll get a hold of Sheriff Masterson. We'll round up some deputies and raid the camp.
No deal.
Look, I can do it legally. Grant's your little boy, and Two Moon kidnapped him.
Two Moon wouldn't harm him and Lawyer, but the young braves might. Just loan me your Cheyenne friends. Laura must be pretty well sick of life in a Cheyenne lodge by now. I think I can talk her into leaving with me.
Sure, and get yourself killed, too. You know, you're not very popular with that old Indian.
Two Moon thought he owned Laura. Wish me luck, huh?
Well, I'm going along, too. Meet me over at the jail, huh? You know, Mr. Brother and Mr. Cousin aren't like horses and guns. You can't borrow them. Now, I can find Two Moon, but it's going to take a little longer.
Wyatt.
What's the matter, Al?
Well,
Go on.
we had to shoot Three-Fingered Finnegan.
What?
He cut loose on Jocko, winged him in the gun arm.
Finnegan dead?
Yes, sir.
Come here. Where's the body?
At the coroner's.
All right. I want you to snatch that body tonight and follow my trail in the morning.
But Wyatt...
That's an order. I'll take the blame. Go on. Well?
You have risked your life for us many times. We do what you say.
Good. Bring that saddlebag, will you?
Laura.
No, there's danger. My father's having us watched. You must go quick.
We rode all night to get here, Laura. Now, Wyatt, brother and cousin are back there close by. We can all leave together. Now, come on.
No, they will kill you. The boy and I are happy here. Please, goodbye.
You're not a very good liar, huh? Now, come on.
Carlo?
Ishkaya.
We shoot. No, we get out of here.
Ik kom, sir.
What are they saying?
Young man want to shoot Mr. Maloney. Girl who talks white says she must talk to Two Moon first.
We saw. Ne walani. Nota.
Hey, lego.
Girl having her way. I hope Marshal Earp goes back to Dodge City.
Hey, you two skedaddle out of here. You've done all you can, and I thank you very much.
You stay here?
No.
Where then?
None of your business. Now, go on. The two of you right out of here pronto.
Mr. Earp, I, Two Moon, eh?
Mr. Brother thinks you go to Two Moon's camp. Is that true?
Two Moon will listen to me.
Why?
Mr. Cousin, like you said, this is a family row. Two Moon is a father-in-law. Father-in-laws like to talk a lot. He'll want to tell his side of the story before he does anything to Mr. Melanie.
We stay here and claim body of Marshal Earp.
Am I invited to a wedding? No. Am I told that little white talk is coming? No. Am I asked to see my own grandchild? No. What is Two Moon? Low dog? Coward in battle? I am chief of the Cheyenne.
Mr. Melanie was wrong.
Wrong? He is a disgrace to me and my people. What is Melanie? A soldier? No. A brave man with a star like you? No, he is nothing. He has a few cattle, land he stole from the Arapaho. My daughter married a thief as well as a coward. No more talk. He dies.
If you let me talk to Mr. Melanie, may stop a war.
There'll be no war.
Oh, yes. If you kill him and me, the Army will be after you.
I do not touch Marshal Earp.
You young braves will get excited and finish me off. It's too bad. Soldiers and Indians dying over a family quarrel. I thought Two Moon was a smart chief.
Wait. What do you say to Melanie?
I tell him he was a complete fool.
What else?
That I would have to take your side.
You stand up for Indian?
You love your grandson. He should be allowed to visit you. And you should always be welcome in Mr. Melanie's home.
I do not like the name Grant. What about the name?
Well, I think he should be christened Grant Two Moon Melanie. And you should be invited to the christening.
Your heart is good. You talk with this man.
And I'm bound to say that I sympathize with Two Moon. After all, he is your son's grandfather, you know.
Wasn't all my doing.
Laura?
You know how Cheyenne treat their women. Laura came back from mission school. She found her father had stopped trying to act civilized. She was the chief's daughter, but she was his property.
Well, I think the boy has changed Two Moon. His first grandson.
Move closer. Laura gave me her gun inside my shirt.
Well, I'll take it. But first, I want to talk to Two Moon again. Tell him that you're sorry, that he'll be treated like a grandfather.
He wants more. You'll see. Now, quick, light me a smoke and take the gun.
Take him. I talked to your chief.
Hey, homie.
Where's Wyatt?
He talked to Two Moon.
I stole the body he wanted. Now, what's the plan?
He no tell. I think we wait here.
Well, I better not go barging in any Cheyenne camp until Wyatt says so.
I give you my word. Mr. Melanie's heart has changed. You will belong to his family after this. But it isn't going to help any. You're keeping him and Laura and little Grant Two Moon prisoner.
You forget something.
What?
Cohan insult my daughter. Where is body?
You'll get the body.
When?
Look, I've taken your side. Mr. Melanie has promised to act decent. And all you can think about is cruel Indian revenge.
Apamo. Vaya taco.
No. Now, you walk out of here with your hands up. Go on.
Pechitanopa.
Now, I'm taking the Melanies out of this camp. Any objections from you and you'll be shot. Now, tell your men to get in front of you and walk.
Opanichi. Opanichi.
Go on. Hold it. Now, bring out your daughter and her son.
Hey! No shooting, Hal, no! Hal, no shooting!
Did you bring the man that Dick killed?
He's back there in the wagon.
Bring him here. I will look at him. Get Melanie and my grandson. Look with care, my daughter. Is that the man?
Yes, he is the man who insulted me.
Then you are not a coward. Take your wife and go.
Not without my son.
Now tell your grandfather you will see him soon.
You will all leave, except Marshal Earp. All go. Give it to him. My daughter is still mine. She grabbed gun for fear you shoot. My grandson is mine. He hold my hand real tight. True. I will try to like my son-in-law. But that is not body of man who insult my family. This is Three Fingers Finnegan. Your own men shoot him in Dodge City. I would say this for Marshal Earp. He keep face like Indian. Chakma hot dog. Chakma hot dog. You think little Two Moon look like me?
Yes, sir, I think there's a strong resemblance.
Good. You go now.
Thank you, Chief.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক রূপ।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর, গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে। বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Mày 10% nữa. Mày ngá. Ô, không được. Đùa tao. Xuân không. Xuân 77 ơi. Hiểu được rồi. Xuân nhớ vậy. Lại là trẻ này 10 đây đó, nhớ được tiếp à? 3 củ 59 là xem được bao nhiêu nhá? 4 3%, 4 mà 66 không được. Át này sẽ át rồi này rồi. Ê, chơi xong rồi, đánh trùng bài rồi, thằng này ấn tử thần ạ. Không sao thầy ơi, mình dồn trước là được. Sử thanh hóa bắt đầu nói bàn xong rồi xoay bài tự động. Đấy mà không. Chuẩn chỉ đấy, chuẩn chỉ mà sao mà kiếm được. Go. Bình Chi Linh gọi thầy ơi. Nhót không? Nhót, đét. Cho tao. Ngao vậy. Vẫn đang mày, anh vẫn đang nhảy. Thắng mà. Let me show you darkness. Sai đều. Phải lái vô à? Sao? Captain Vietnamese. Captain Việt Nam. Máy. Capture. Chuẩn không vậy bạn ơi? Chuẩn. Hai lần. Đấy, không 3 lần. Lại nữa ta thể mình tính 3 lần này. 3 lần 1 lần là 4 này. 5 lần này. 5 lần 6 lần 6 lần 6 lần. Được 6 lần 5 lần. Rồi 5. Chuẩn đi. Ngon. Còn một cái cung xanh nữa. Đây đi. Con bài gọi là gì nhỉ? Ủa con bài là yêu đét. Long Vương à? Yêu đét sao còn nhiều máu đấy. Xuân vợ thầy chưa chạm đất 49 rồi. Xong lần này là quay một vòng rồi. Mình tại không
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমার মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয় এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি একটু উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি একটু উল্টো।
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
Vai phun sợ cờ chi gai bay ô bay đều bay không ok không rồi rồi bao nhiêu phút đây 00335 không mất tích núp vậy không cái khung nữa núp vậy con tàu Ê, cái quân bằng tiền thì hỏi chấm mà, mấy quân bằng tiền là hỏi chấm hết, chẳng biết là bao nhiêu chứ. Chủ quay vài lần nữa đó mới được. Bạn thì thầy ơi, làm sao đi. Như vậy, đây đủ đắt rồi. Làm sao vậy? Xuân tao, mày xuân tao, mày thích làm hỏng cho mình không? Lợn này, xiềng vang lúa trang bị đặt xong, rồi tôi định một chơi. Tính Timor, đánh con bài Timor, búp xịt Timor. Quá cay xa nhá, nhưng có ấn độ được. Để dành Timor số gì tâm được. Ai à, ngon. Rồi này ngày ghép được thì đỡ đau rồi. Tay đi, tay xa rồi, đau hai là đau nữa. Ba là đau nữa. Ba là đau. Hai cái lực cũng vậy nha. Đây. Chuẩn. Chỉ cái thai. Chia dài. Nước này, phải để cho tự bay.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে, কথা বলতে বলতে, কখন যেন হলে আমার।
জানি গল্পে গল্পে, মিশে অল্পে অল্পে, আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল, যে তোমাকে পেলাম।
গুটি গুটি পায়ে স্বপ্নের নাই, আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংস গুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে, আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে। ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ, তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।
À, thằng này chết. Đéo gì nhỉ? Thế này thì vẫn thua. Ai trời ơi. À đây. Đây từ trước này thì châu sẽ vài cái phút, sẽ vài cái phút. Không sao thầy ơi, phải bỏ 2 phát ngoan gì đấy không thua mất. 15 máu rồi, đánh đổi rồi, con 3 rồi, đánh đổi rồi. AC1 chiếc AC2 là đánh đổi. Hàng từ hàng tông người ta chưa trở về làm trên của nó này đấy vẫn khỏe vẫn khỏe nhớ chua vẫn khỏe không yếu đâu để đấy ông hai cái đéo ở đây đâu chết ông hai mà không chết vậy ống nó bài biết ui ông không chết lại what the hell ô ấn pháp sư cả một chút dòng ông hai không chết chuồn tỏ à nghe top 6 chat game vừa chat game có 23 mặt tiền 23 điểm thì mới hết điểm. Ba lát nên đầu tiên lên 5 sơn nhỉ, nếu sắp 2 lần nữa vào khoảng bao nhiêu, khoảng là tầm
তুমি যদি মরো আমি তোমাকেই বিয়ে করব। দেখো দেখো বিয়ে এত সোজা না।
5টা কন্ডিশন।
কয়টা? 5টা। আমি জেডি সাফায়েত রমরাজন স্যার এটা তো ভোটার আইডি কার্ড স্যার।
বাড়িতেই করবেন নাকি হোটেলে?
না আপনি যেমনটা ভাবছেন বিষয়টা তা না। হ্যাঁ আপনি তো করবেন।
তোমাকে দিয়ে হবে না আমি জানতাম, শুধু সময় নষ্ট করো না।
ভাই আপনি তো অনন্ত জলিল না যে অসম্ভবকে সম্ভব করে আপনার কাজ।
জিমি
কি হচ্ছে?
আচ্ছা
আঙ্গের একদম ভইরা দিমু যাচ্ছে সব বাইট কর।
শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে।
ভাই যে বয়সে মানুষ গার্লফ্রেন্ডের কামড় খায় সে বয়সে আপনি কুত্তার কামড় খেয়ে হাসপাতালে ভর্তি হয়েছেন।
Chú ngoại rồi chôn búa à. Anh nhặt anh quay liên tục mà anh biết đâu quay ra gì ra con legendary xong rồi cút đâu không có legendary đâu có à đâu anh không biết đâu để anh về buông vào đây xem anh nhặt tiếp anh không biết đâu Về gì hết phải không? Đâu? Ôi kìa, sao tiến bay luôn chung? Đâu? Anh thấy có mỗi cái mà. À đây đây. Ở đây có 2 cái 5 này. Sao đây có 2 cái 5 nhỉ? À đúng rồi, 2 cái 5. Quyền mà không để. Về. Ok. Anh 1 tiếng rồi. Anh bây giờ anh thử thách. Anh thử thách gì? Anh đang thử thách nhặt 2.500 cái mũ xong rồi thì tắt. Được. Tốt rồi. Em ơi. Đi ngủ đi thầy. Mai nó gọi mày cho mà xem. Nhưng mà mày không nụ mày bảo tao xuống lấy xi à? Không có đâu. Bảo thằng Vũ là không gọi, nó bảo anh là xuống đấy thì gọi cho nó luôn, có để cho được máy bay của anh cũng gọi được, cái em phải lên phòng ấy, mất thông báo nó. Chicken broccoli rồi đéo nhặt một tí thôi em. 2 bao nhiêu à? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 và 60. Bye bye các 1, 3 ngày 7 tháng 6 2024. Cầu báo đéo rồi chúng ta không bỏ ghi thôi. Bài tiếp cái game có kìa, vào bút rồi để bút xong bay liên tục không được dừng lại thì đấy cái gì Hà cũng ghép nhạc vào nhỉ. 39 là từ đổi bài đấy thì lao à rồi cả guitar chơi đàn nhiều quá. Đi xin rồi phải để chết thôi. Toán không đủ mình tiểu à. Máy bay tuyến giờ bao tiền đấy. Ta xem ở đây 200 tỷ 5 tỷ hơn là phải chứng đấy, quay chứng le dựng đi sự cho bám này. Anh ăn mà ê thua kìa, vẫn cốc ngoài auto mình chứng rồi buồn đấy. Epic à? Được rồi, đi xin ai con này đồ luôn. 69 máu à, sự bình thường. Xem nào con số gì epic. Con epic sao ấy quay được rõ lắm. Trời mình quay được 20 lần. Số đấy con nào rồi rồi Soroka vì viên được chết rồi thì viên là vậy để cho Soroka xong viên anh hợp lý không nhỉ? Là lọt cái mini ra gì rồi, chỉ là gì như toàn epic thôi. Có ra cái gì khác à? Trốn nhỉ? 295 không đổ á, đổ đi kéo vào ra vàng kéo đổ bao tiền 100 triệu tiền, hết tiền. Wow trời, nếu là gì thật à nhóc nếu hiểu rồi chưa cứ xin 2 giờ này chôn búa à. Ôi chưa game ơi bao nhiêu rồi bạc chi vậy ok đây rồi thầy quay lại bài tiếp thôi đây lúc này được 200 triệu tiền không ra một con xì xịn nào được vui ấy ép quỷ luôn mà Vẽ ác quỷ luôn mà. Ác quỷ Free Fire đấy. Em bút cho rồi, là chỉ được bay thôi. Ê, lúc nào cũng hiện điểm chưa đến nhỉ? Khi được mấy tỷ bằng. Có nhiều á. Tôi đủ quẹo rồi. Hai đéo carry được, thằng tanh quay yếu. Carry được rồi. Được, xong. Carry được đi lại bỏ carry được đi. 61 máu ạ. Đấy sao? Ôi nè. Bao nhiêu tiền rồi? 8 tỷ, sự là quá nghèo. Để xin bút cho em nhé. Bút luôn từ đầu. Mày bắn như tên lửa. Bắn như tên lửa cho thầy. Yes. Yes, binh chilling. 51 tiền à? Lên chết 7, chết 8. 8 à? Sau này sẽ 4.1 tới chết 8 mà mình thực sự nghèo ấy. Ta đi xin 2 rồi. Một tanh yếu. Đến chết 7 nhất đi lao à? Không, tanh yếu quá. Đấy, cháu rồi. Giảm 5 phép này. Đây. Căng đấy. Ui, lag rồi. Cái gì đây? What the hell? Anh bay ác quá lỗi luôn nhân vật rồi. Xì bà. Phải chưa? Làm đắp bộ rồi. Nhưng mà đắp bộ mà. Chôn à? Mà đắp bộ luôn mà chôn búa. Bay ác quá thì mà đắp bộ mà. Nhờ số hóa super gian nhỉ? Kinh ấy. Ác quỷ luôn mà. Trời nhanh mà nhẹ đấy. Bay qua mấy tỷ cái vệ tinh rồi. Sao có một quan này? Một quan. Tôi đúng à? Xin 2 đi rồi. Xin bảo mà tăng yếu xin 2 sao chịu được. Đó, có sao có một con pet này. Đúng không? Ba quan như một nhưng mà nó hiện một quan nát. Cười mắt vui đây rồi đây. Cười mắt. Cứ phương tiếp viện này. Nhưng mà toàn nói đồ à. Rồi, mình đỡ rồi. Đúng tiền sự cũng nhanh ấy. Rồi không vậy. Chuẩn không? Nhanh đét mà. 8 tỷ có mỗi quan mà. 3 con như một nó để nó mỗi quan. Nhưng bên trước vẫn để 3 con để khác nhau. Không ta. Bên trước vẫn để 3 con để khác nhau mà. Wow. Dốc không? Dốc của là đi tới đây không? Rồi, gây thêm sát thương. Rồi, đây là bảo có mỗi đi xin một khỏe đấy. Sự là có mỗi đi xin cũng được ấy. Anh phải từng tí nữa, từng tí nữa mới đẹp. Lên. Nè, bình. Nhai. Rồi hết rồi. Lên 8 rồi. Hết gì rồi? Này, có mấy máu rồi? 8 máu là 3 mà. Anh đang boost stock cho cái quân nhân vật của thời mây đấy. Trên này có con mây vậy. Chú ta nhìn nhảy qua mây không? Mấy tuổi? 9 tuổi một lần à? Quý nhỉ? 1 tuổi rưỡi này, 3 tuổi này, 4 tuổi rưỡi, 6 tuổi, 7 tuổi rưỡi, 7 tuổi rưỡi, 7 tuổi rưỡi, 8 tuổi rưỡi à? 9 tuổi, rồi thằng rồi, 65, 9 tuổi, 7 ơi, 8 tuổi rồi, 8 tuổi hơn, 9 tuổi, yes. Chưa có bút à? Chạy thêm một tí nữa, anh xem một con bút. Yes. 6-7 tuổi là 6 lần quay. Đi. Anh còn ra One Legend đấy cho chị hẳn đấy. radio kìa, radio kiếm mà. Sojin à, có rồi. Radio kiếm nó sẽ là binh binh ấy, thằng nào đánh sử gia ấy. Rồi thằng mất không đi. Không có cách hiện giá luôn. Bị. Mà ấy, sự quả quỷ ấy. Ô, được rồi này. Có 7 láp ấy. Nhưng bay kinh quá hay sao? Có 7 láp. Bay nhanh quá trong cúp mà. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gọi như là 2 có tí tanh ấy. Gọi là có tí tanh ấy. Để không ngoài. Ô, mua ra. Cái đúng. Xong. Radio rồi. Galio và Juliet. Xăm qua, xăm độc dược với cả xăm bảo hộ. Kinh. Cái gì? 7 láp à? Mình 7 láp là mắc mà. Quên mất. Chuẩn không vậy. Chim trồ à? Nắng bình thường.